Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I am still working in my writing journal and I'm going to do a bit of catching up. I am purposefully putting the dates on the pages even though I need to go back and fill some things in. I have notes in my planner and things on my phone, things to help me remember what I need to do. So here we are. Today is September 5th. I am really thankful to be home from work, and most people probably know that we have the hurricane off of the coast. I feel terrible for the people in the Bahamas. It's horrible. It makes me want to cry to think of the destruction and the loss of life, and I think that we're going to be lucky here, I hope. It just makes me sad for anyone who has suffered. A lot of the schools here were closed today, even though we're pretty far inland from the coast. I love these images in the magazines. They're so pretty. So let's write Thursday up here. And that's a pretty old piece of paper. I like the color in that. I love this old wallpaper. I mean wrapping paper. Let's put some of this over here. That's pretty though. I might use Mod Podge for this. I finally got some Mod Podge back in the house. Yep, today was busy at work, somewhat. I was more busy putting out stock than I was interacting with customers. I think a lot of people stayed home because of the storm, and like I said, the schools were closed, so anyone with kids who had school canceled, they might have been home with their children, although we do get a lot of children in the store. Let me take that piece off there. That is just so pretty. I love that. And I wonder if I can put this down here. I know that I mentioned this being a writing journal, and I have a tendency to get upset with myself if I don't follow the rules, so to speak. I've relaxed a little bit though over the years, and I realize that every day is not going to be a day that I can sit down and write a really long entry. That doesn't make this any less of a writing journal, and I've gotten to the point where I love to do mixed media and art journaling. The words can be added around that, and I was thinking today about picking a word to represent the feeling for that day. That could be a really powerful thing, and to go back and write, just expound a little bit on that word and how it makes you feel. So I'm going to do the same thing with this date over here. It's really kind of ridiculous. This is certainly nothing fancy. I'm kind of just unwinding from being at work. I can hear a noise in the house. I'm not sure where it's coming from. It's like a little beeping sound. I'm not sure what that is. This is 1965. This wrapping paper. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I did buy some more gelatos. I don't know if I showed you or not. All these beautiful colors. So these pages don't really match, and that purple ink doesn't really match. Maybe we can somehow tie everything in. And let's just get right down in the crease. And I don't worry too much about things going to the next page. I kind of like that effect. All it'll do is give me a frame on the next page. Now, since I'm going to use some water, I will put a piece of paper under there. That's bright. Let's just go right around here. So see, when I pick this page up, I like the way that it does that underneath the next page. And you know, these, if I decide that I don't like these numbers written here, the style or the ink or whatever, I can glue over those. No problem. So today, now let's go back. So this was Tuesday. I wrote, today is a day of being positive, getting things done, joy, cheerfulness, peace, love. We are cleaning up for Sunday when we hope to have family over. So that is this coming weekend, and that is really exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. So I did go through, you're going to laugh at this. I crossed out everything negative in this previous, the entry that was such a tough day. It's basically 90% blocked out. So I was truly, truly pouring out my heart about some things. There's not a lot left. I can still smell the ink when I pull this out. Oh, really strong. Maybe that'll die down some. So yeah, I left what I felt like was positive. Going back and crossing that much out was really, really enlightening. I felt almost guilty that I had written down so many negative things, and yet it was very, I guess cleansing is a good word. So I'm glad that I, got it off my chest, so to speak. On this page, I might just do a little collage with these bright little pieces of vintage scrapbook paper. This is what has been going out in the packets, and our mail, there could be a delay. Well, Monday was a holiday, and when I went by the post office this afternoon, the doors were locked, and normally the doors are open even after they close, but it said because of the hurricane and the damage that the wind could cause, they were locking everything up. So I'm doing the best that I can. I will be glad when hurricane season is over. Ooh, that's interesting. I might have to try that. Let's try this. It looks like it's going to take part of that finish off. So what if I lay that down? Ooh, that's pretty too. I don't normally put decoupage on the top of papers because I don't like that sticky feeling. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. I wonder if the other papers will do that. Let's see. For some reason, I don't think this one will. Paper feels different. Nope. So let's just go ahead and put that side down. Ooh, I like those bright colors. Let's do one more little piece of this. And we will do the date in a different way. I've got that fabric under there so that the paper doesn't stick together. I'm afraid if I lay it next to another piece of paper, it's going to just completely stick. Feels like it's getting dry. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at those bright colors. So let's get a little bit of gesso. I feel like I need to shake this. But I can tell you the next time I'm going to get a little more expensive I think this has been really, really thin. Just put a little bit in spots, not too much. I paused the video to create an entry. Let me get out this watercolor pencil. This green might be too much. Let's see. Let me get the right color of green. I stamped a magnolia blossom on this envelope, and inside is a really pretty card that has the entry for today. So that, I think that's too much. I don't want it to be that dark. Let's see if we can just spread that out a little bit. Oops. This is nothing fancy. This is just having fun. And I think for the rest of this, I'm just going to blend the distress ink. Okay, that's pretty. Even if I did put too much ink there. And this card is really pretty. It's got today's entry. And I think what I will do is maybe just attach that with a paper clip. And I'm really thinking about redoing the words there, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Do the pages have to really tie together? I'm going to leave it for now because I can go back. It's nice to make even little notes. So yesterday was Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and write that. And I'm going to make a note that says a ton of sea bins to put out upon returning to work today. Busy and behind. So that's just a little note to kind of sum up the day. And I'll put that on the page. I don't want to cover up that date on the wrapping paper. That's so pretty. Look at the glue and stuff hanging off of that finger. Ridiculous. You know, a journal can have a purpose that dictates the way you want things to be. It is entirely wonderful and possible to say that you're going to use a color palette and have everything be very aesthetically pleasing. It is possible to keep a more of a scrapbook type journal where you use your handwriting no matter how much you like it or don't like it. I kind of wish that I had used a different color Sharpie maybe. The purple might be clashing a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it because this journal is an exercise in getting words on paper. And I know that when I come back and look at this, say a year from now or whenever, I'm not going to be focusing on the purple ink. I'm going to be reading what's in here and remembering things that happened. I love this little collaged page. That's so pretty. I like that too. So let's move this green paper out of the way. Now it helps me to put the names of the days. It helps me remember what was happening. The 29th must have been Thursday. And then Friday, and then this is Sunday. You notice that I didn't put anything on here yet. I need to put a little PS under the flap here. I know I want to put this beautiful button on this page, on the paper clip. Breathe. I did come up with that one. I'm going to make a little note here. It's all good. Breathe. I think that's enough of those for now. We may add some more later. So I did put a quote in here. I don't think I showed you this. And this is a picture I took today of the back of a card at work. Wisdom is avoiding all thoughts that weaken you. You know, there is something to that. And that kind of contradicts my idea to journal about difficult things. I don't know. What do you think about this? Maybe that means something different. So don't dwell on things that just bring you down. I love this journal. Look how it's filling up. It's got a lot of pretty colors in it. So let's add some pretty color to this page. Look at me almost putting that green down there. Now I could, but we've got some blue, kind of some purple. So if I want to stay with that, with those colors, and let me grab my little, let's grab that. And let's do that. And maybe put a little bit of pink in some spots. And maybe do this. Is there, oh, I love that image. Let's just put a tiny bit of this darker right around here. See how that just lightens right up? I love adding just a little bit of color to the pages. Tweet. Tweet, tweet. I've got such a mess on my desk right now, but it's okay, it's all good because I am making things and writing and journaling. One of the things, okay, so what did I do tonight? I stopped the camera several times. We did this collage page, and I put more dates in. I made some words that are very positive. I wrote breathe. This word sums up a lot of my self-direction lately. Be happy, don't panic, it's all good. And I have a long entry in here. Underneath here, I put something that I feel like is missing from a lot of current journals. One of the things I love about finding old scrapbooks and journals at work is that there are news clippings and things that we all just stand and look at and say, oh, that's so neat, and how times have changed. So I did print a little bit of information about Dorian, and I also printed a map of Dorian's path, and I think that will be interesting to look back on. So I'm going to stop for now. I did a lot of writing, a lot of just little note-taking and journaling, and I will be back soon with some more fun things. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and share my channel. And if you like my content, give me a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down, and let me know what you would like to see on this channel. Bye for now.